My goal is to not mess this up.
Don't mess it up. So you press next before you finish reading it? Because you like...
So you gotta breathe, 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 breathe. Let it go and let it be.
Good morning, guys. Once again, I say that because not only we say good morning every day, but because I already said good morning to you guys today, and we vlogged, and I accidentally deleted all of the footage.
I can't tell you the tone of his voice when I heard him from the other room.
What's me?
I just accidentally deleted footage.
Okay. It's okay. Wait, what?
The anguish.
Oh, the poor Peter. Oh. When he realized.
I realized that I was making space on the memory card, but
babe.
I accidentally pressed a button that deleted everything, and it was a very defeating moment, but sometimes we get defeated to give us perspective, because Mary's like, you know what, it doesn't matter, we're gonna move on.
There were some long sit-down clips that we had filmed a few weeks ago that were special clips that will be coming up. But anyway.
Good news. All that was backed up. It was just today's vlog that I lost. And anyways, today has been a day of preparing, and Mary told you guys, or we've told you, that we're headed on a trip here in a few days, and so we're working on getting things squared away. I'm gonna be away from the church for a couple of weeks, and so I have been working on a lot of logistics and that sort of thing, but I'm getting ready for my message on Sunday, and I was picked up, or didn't pick it up, Mary and I are laughing about this because I was reading the digital copy of a book that Mary and I both read in high school that had a big impact on our lives. It's called The True Vine. And anyways, I was reading this today, and it was like I was hanging out with an old friend, because it was like all the memories of just... it's like a book that's very, like, full of one-liners, I feel like.
Like, helpful.
Really short chapters, and really helpful for life, and helped me grow in my faith and that sort of thing. And so, anyways, it was so fun to be reading that. And then tonight, I actually got to hang out with a real old friend, not a book, but a friend. My friend Eric called me tonight, and we were just able to talk about life, and that was just really refreshing. So, all that to say, I am really sad I deleted the footage.
It's okay.
But
it's just...
we're gonna move on.
Yes.
How are you today?
I am good. And coming up here reminds me that my calves are extremely sore.
Because you've been working out.
Well, yeah, man. And I felt like I didn't do anything different. Like my workout, I was like, why are my legs so sore? What did I do yesterday? I was like, I think my workout was just the same. But then I remembered, I was standing right here yesterday reading my Bible on my phone, and I was doing like this, heel raises or toe raises, whatever it is. And I was doing that, and it felt like, oh wow, my legs are kind of burning. This must be doing something. So I just kept doing it. And then I was like, wow, my calves are really burning. Anyway, so I did that yesterday for a long time. And it turns out that it must have been a good workout, because today...
you're feeling the burn.
Whoa!
Feel the burn. But that's like a successful feeling, right?
Yeah, totally.
And,
totally successful.
you guys want to see Ollie's new... have you shown him his new collar?
I don't think so.
Look at this. How boaty and summery is this collar?
And this one.
That is so great. And yes, this one is pretty great too. You can wear it as a...
halo.
Halo. Look at the little angel.
Hey, this guy's about 6 months old.
Wow. This guy is really reaching for the stars, you know?
Speaking of that succulent. I just realized that this thing was like dangling off. So I will add it to my windowsill and try to grow it some roots and then plant it.
Don't mind us just sitting at our little kitchen table.
We've really loved having it. I think it's cool.
It's fun, and it's somewhat hilarious because every time we eat, I feel like we're at the kids' table.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
But today's vlog is sponsored by Home Chef. For lunch, I made one of our Home Chef meals, and we've been using Home Chef for like over 6 months now. We've been using it at least once a month, and we thought we would give like a little, here are the things we've appreciated about Home Chef.
My first thing that comes to mind is the fact that we were able to give one as a meal to our friends, because I'm not really in a place in life where I can make a friend a meal, but Peter took and dropped off the Home Chef packet and they really loved it. And that made me feel like, hey, we gave them a meal, that's fun.
I've really loved having the meals in the fridge and being able to, at lunchtime when I'm hungry, have meals that I am excited about, because I feel like so much of life or of our days, like especially when we're busy, food becomes stressful because we don't know what to make.
Yeah.
And then to have something in the fridge that I'm excited to make, and though it's more expensive than what our regular meal would be, it's exciting for me to not only want to make it but also want to eat it, like more than going out.
Yeah.
And so that's been my favorite thing about doing it.
And I love trying new things that I wouldn't have tried. I mean, I'm not against trying tofu, but it's not something I would order typically. But we tried it and we really liked it.
And I've appreciated that we can pause it and schedule it for whatever weeks. Like, we're getting ready to go on a trip, so we went on our account, paused all of our deliveries, and because we had it on a schedule, and so now it's just paused and we can resume it whenever we want. And so if you guys want to try out Home Chef, we've been totally enjoying using them, and there's a link in the description. They have an offer where you can get $20 off of your first 4 boxes, and that's $80 total in credit that they're going to give you. So you can use our code MaryandPeter80 and try it out and see what you think.
My goal today.
What's your goal?
It looks like I'm reading something.
My goal
today. Okay, my goal is to not mess this up.
Don't mess it up.
I messed it up last time.
Okay, what did you mess up?
Okay, so every 3 months, my continuous glucose gray thing,
the transmitter,
the battery dies.
So there's a transmitter, which is the, do you have yours in or no?
No.
You're putting one in.
This thing.
So that is last 3 months, and the sensor.
Yes.
Lasts 10 days.
10 days. So when I first got the Dexcom a year and a half ago, I was like, I will never be able to understand and grasp and remember all the different terminologies.
You still don't.
It's 3 different things. Well, it's really only 2, the transmitter and the sensor.
Well, you used to have a receiver too.
Yes, I did. But anyway, okay, so here's what we got to do. Every 3 months, we've got to pair a new receiver. Transmitter.
What do you pair?
Transmitter.
Transmitter, okay.
Okay, so it was 10 days ago.
Yeah.
I thought that was my last session with that transmitter. So I thought I was pairing a new one. Well, I started the process. Long story short, it said, what's the code? And I was like, why would I put the code for this? I did it wrong. So I'm hoping to do it correct this time. Anyway.
So basically it messed up and Mary had to put a new sensor on and use her old receiver and blah, blah, blah. So now she's gonna, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna have to like bleep words across the screen as I'm talking. Okay.
Okay. So
First
I'm just gonna do it one step at a time.
Okay.
Pair new transmitter.
Okay. Pair.
Okay. Okay, I pushed pair new transmitter.
Okay. Okay.
And then the next step it says is sensor code on sensor applicator.
So you enter that new one, right?
This one. This is a sensor, not a transmitter.
Yeah.
So that's what threw me off last time. I thought maybe it was a glitch in the system.
So what did you enter last time?
Well, I went back, put a new sensor on. Don't even.
Well, I'm just trying to make sure you're not going to mess this up again.
I didn't do it this way.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Enter code. Take photo.
Okay.
Although this wasn't working last time. Oh, it worked this time. Technology's awesome when it works. Okay, now we're on to the next thing. Take photo of transmitter number.
It's really hilarious to watch Mary do things like this.
Take photo. Okay. Okay, success. Attach sensor. Hey, Ollie, everything okay over there? All right. I exclusively use my legs now for my Dexcom.
It seems to work the best.
Yeah.
And not fail.
Yeah. Okay. Also, it's interesting. My legs handle the adhesive really well. And a few weeks ago or months ago, whenever I put it on my stomach and it like itched. So, but I actually heard the opposite from somebody else. But anyway. Insert your sensor. Next. Attach your...
Oh.
It said attach your transmitter.
At the last one?
Yeah. Please work. It'll work.
So you press next before you finished reading it? Because you press next and then you're like, it said...
No, I was afraid that... I don't know. It's fine.
It's gonna work. It's gonna work.
Right?
I hope so.
No, it's fine. It's just searching because it's the first time it's being paired.
Okay. Let's see. Is it gonna work?
You know what else I always do?
What do you always
This
do?
is a tip for the pros, man.
Tip for the pros from
I
a
take
pro.
a picture on my phone with the outside of the sensor package, the sensor code, and I don't always do it by my placement, but sometimes I do. Take a picture of it so that I know the date, the codes, all the codes.
Because if it malfunctions, they want to know the details, right?
Because they'll be like, do you remember what code it was? And now I'm like, yes, I do.
Let me go with my photos. So hopefully this works.
I think I was on autopilot, how I always do it.
Yeah. I think that's what happened last time too.
No, last time it said I'm starting a new transmitter and then it says sensor code.
And you got confused.
Well, I said that makes no sense. Sometimes there are glitches. So that's why I thought maybe this is a glitch. So then I thought I'll just put my new sensor on. I know how to put a sensor on, man. Put a new sensor on, put the new transmitter in, then went to pair it, and it said, you have to stop your sensor session. And I was like, what?
Gotcha. I will say that in vlogging for 5 years, this is 5 years now, I think that's the second time that we've lost footage. Only 2 times. That's pretty good. Alright, Mary came down to do her vest and she just told me
Transmitter found.
it worked.
Okay, Bluetooth pairing request. Pair.
So
Successful.
are you telling me...
Start sensor. See, that's a little confusing, but that's normal.
Okay, start sensor.
Start sensor. Okay.
Awesome. So it's all normal?
So I usually click my sensor in before I push start sensor. I think that's what threw me off. But anyway.
Got it. So you didn't mess it up this time.
I didn't.
Congratulations.
And
as always, we will see you tomorrow. Good night. And good night to the Ollie boy.